Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. We're done with the foundations. Let's jump into the topic head first. Well, I mean intellect, not head. A lot of interesting points came up in this discussion. Let me mention just a few. Let's start by defining what we mean by Imam. The Imams are people who take the role of the prophets in terms of implementing Allah's laws, put into practice judicial laws, protect the Sharia, and do tarbiyah of people. They are ma'soom like the isma of the prophets. Out of the many intellectual arguments out there, here are two important lines of arguments. The first argument we discussed is centered around the need for divine guidance at all times. In light of Allah's absolute traits of perfection, which include wisdom, guidance, and mercy, due to which He maximizes the grounds for our perfection in attaining our goal, we find that there is no way Allah can leave us without a guide after the Prophet, because the role the Prophet was set to carry out was still unfinished when he passed away. His role was to fulfill perpetual human needs, which included explaining the Deen, protecting the Deen, and doing tarbiyah of the people. We can see that these needs were still there after the Prophet passed away. Look, straight after the Prophet, differences of opinions in simple matters of Sharia like wudu stemmed up. We also find that people were constantly referring to the companions and the ulama for guidance, so the explanation and protection of the Deen was clearly still needed. And if we discard Imamah, then we are left to believe that Allah started this huge movement through the Prophet and left it at the hands of normal people who themselves needed guidance and tarbiyah. The second line of argument revolved around the need for a divine sociopolitical leadership based on several premises regarding the complexity of social dynamics and the influence society and leadership has on a person's eternal felicity. This was a very quick recap. The session discusses these two arguments at length, so make sure to watch it.